That's for you. You showed up again on Tuesday. It's normal world time, baby. And joining me is the great Derek Richards.
What's happening, buddy?
What's up, man?
How are you? I'm sitting here in Dave's chair, which is always a sketch place to be, especially if he had cheese.
Is it warm?
Yeah.
Sticky?
A little bit. What makes it appealing?
Also, Angela.
Hi.
Hey, Angela.
I'm
what's up?
also here. What's up?
Yeah, as always. I'm glad you're
usually.
here. I'm glad.
Thank you. What's that?
What is that? It's the sound of somebody that we all
gross.
love and is not in the room right now, but could be.
Somebody's
here with
masturbating.
us.
What? Wait. Dave!
Hang on.
Dave! Alone in a dark hotel room.
Yeah, yep, that's me. Nothing's happening here.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Dave.
I thought we had a
glad to
tubing
be
thing
here.
going on.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Thanks so much for liking and subscribing and tongue punching that like button. We appreciate you. We love you. And Dave especially loves you. You saw it just there.
Thank you all for tuning in the way that you do.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. We really do. We appreciate fans.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And comment on all the platforms.
Yeah, that's right. Audio
Spotify.
platforms. Audio platforms. We like you guys over there. You just listen. You don't want to look at us. I don't get it. That's kind of offensive, but it's okay. Maybe you're blind. That could be a thing. But if you write a review, it will make up for it. So thank you so much. Derek, if people wanted to see you in real life, where do they go?
I'm going to be at Black Garrett's Comedy Club coming up in Las Vegas. I'm going to be there next week, November 25th through December 1st. And then the week after that, or I should say in December 20th and 21st at Laugh Out Lounge in Winter Haven, Florida. DerekRichards.com is my website.
Ooh, Dave. Where do we see you?
Well, this Thursday, I will be at Mic Drop Comedy Club in Plano, Texas, so the local Dallasinians can come out. And then this Saturday, I will be at the Premier Center. It's November 23rd in Clinton Township, Michigan. The proceeds go to Children's Hospital.
That's nice.
Nice.
Angela.
I have a YouTube channel called Angela Does Horror where I go over horror movies and things like that. So check it out.
Go subscribe.
Thanks.
And I have a channel as well, Mika Brezinski on YouTube. I'm dropping a video pretty soon. I went to Dallas, downtown Dallas, where the Blue County voted, and I asked them why. So go watch that video when it comes out.
That's got to be entertaining.
It was interesting. I talked to a lot of people, different sides of the aisle, with differing opinions that never made any sense. That's what I'm learning when I'm talking to people in real life, is none of their opinions line up with reality. And joining us, friend of the show, luckily there was not an assassination attempt, Jimmy McCartney.
Thank you so much for having me, everybody. So good to be here. And also, I'm very thankful that there was not a Trump assassination attempt, because at that point, every government three-letter agency would be coming after me in normal world.
Yeah, it's very suspicious.
Yeah.
Very weird scenario.
That was literally how I was introduced to you through Angela. She goes, "Oh yeah, Jimmy's fantastic. He's funny as hell. He's a great guest. And by the way, both times that he's been here, there were assassination attempts on Trump." Like, wow.
Just so happened.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
You have to come here and like talk us down off the cliff, every time
You're really
to the
good at
audience.
that,
you guys,
though. You have
hey,
really
everything's
good-
gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so
positive.
much. Thank you. I
Yeah.
try to do that. If only I could do that for myself.
Well, that's the trick.
But then would
You're
you
getting
really
better.
be a comedian?
That's what you do every night on stage.
Yeah.
now where are you going to be at? Where can people find you? You got some gigs coming up here in in Colorado? We were talking about.
Yeah, so this Thursday I'm going to be at Fort Carson in Colorado Springs, and this Friday I'm going to be at Peterson Space Force Base, also in Colorado Springs. So I have a couple military shows coming up this week.
Nice, fantastic. When Dave has a military show too, by the way, November 29th and 30th. Stand Up for Vets, correct, Dave, in Alpharetta, Georgia?
That's correct.
Let's see.
Now, Derek, I heard a story about
Look at that. Look at
Look
that.
at that, huh?
some of your
That's a
escapades.
badass graphic right there.
That is very good.
I love that. Super cool.
So, Derek, you're a comedian. You're on the road.
Yeah.
You do tour gigs
Yes, I do.
on cruise ship. Could you explain to me what happened to you,
On this past
You're
cruise
a-
ship,
please?
You're a cruise hack.
I was.
Hey, you get a free
we
cruise.
can
out of it.
unplug him, can't we? We can unplug him. Just disconnect this line.
Dialysis.
You ass. No, I was
No,
on I got booked on a cruise that, unbeknownst to me, was a swingers cruise.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
He just for the record, he made strong eye contact with me when he said he didn't know it was a
I
swingers
did not
cruise.
know. Myself nor the other comedian knew.
Yes,
Did they do that?
He didn't disclose it at all.
No.
No, I didn't expect them to walk in on me. You know what's sad about a swingers cruise? I'm still on the ship right now, but it's when you're alone.
It's true because you gotta come on board as a couple, and when I'm you're on there as
my date fell off the ship.
Console me. I'm so sad about it.
And
So is there anything difference between a swingers cruise and a normal cruise? I feel like normal cruises, you're already, I'm assuming a lot of swinging's happening on a normal cruise.
It's
Is it happening in the open public? Like,
well, they had a clothing
I think
optional
at Disney.
by the pool. Yeah, exactly. No, it was a there were no kids in the cruise terminal when I come on
different
the
than
ship.
Disney.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, this is weird. Even during the school year, there's normally at least some kids there.
Yeah.
Then I see some guy in the cruise terminal, not on the ship yet. He's wearing a T-shirt that says "I eat ass," and I'm like,
all right.
And he's the
Gates
captain.
strong.
yes.
Is there an ass buffet?
And I'm like, this is all right. Normally, security would come up and say something if you're wearing something inappropriate before you get on the ship. Hey, take that off. There's families and stuff.
Yeah.
Then I get on the ship, and there are some wickedly scantily clad people roaming around. It was a cruise ship out of Miami. So normally it's like that to some extent, but it was really bizarre. I'm like, this is really strange. When I get to the room, Cubans.
They're open. They're
very
sensual people.
Yeah.
They are sensual.
Romantic.
Yeah.
They're very, very romantic. And so I get to the room, and the room key has the name of the cruise that's on there, and so I Google it. And I'm like, it's a swingers cruise. There was fetish rooms on the ship.
Fetish rooms.
Fetish rooms. Yeah, just people there bent over a sawhorse just getting their ass beat.
Did you partake?
I walked through it. You can walk through.
That was his room.
You can walk through.
That was his
Like
cabin.
a buffet.
You can walk through. They had like a rack
some of
where
that.
you can tie somebody up and get spanked.
You could be tied.
You could get tied up if you wanted to.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see Derek for the next 6 months, he'll be on the swingers cruise for every single one.
It was the most bizarre.
I don't think you want to get sea dick.
No.
Thank you.
It's got to be a musty cruise.
The whole place smelled like a teenage boy's bedroom.
Just damp.
Just sweat and jizz. It was just God. And there was a guy. Here's the funny thing. There was a guy. So we did one show.
A lot of proteins at the buffet.
A lot of
I feel like
proteins.
swingers love buffets.
It was
Yeah.
They have buffets at their swingers
A lot of
parties.
finger foods.
Yeah.
plenty fingered foods.
Yeah.
Ew.
Secret sauces and stuff.
Oh, plenty of secret sauces.
Is everyone
There's a
just
guy-
walking around in a robe?
There were a lot of people that did that.
Yeah.
There was a guy that was he was bent over this sawhorse, and there was a dominatrix behind him. Okay. And I come walking around, and the guy picks his head up, he looks, he goes, "Hey man, great show last night." And then crack. She just takes this rubberized thing and just smacks him in the ass, and his eyes kind of had like that Looney Tunes thing where they kind of pop out. Like he didn't expect that was coming at that particular moment. The dominatrix would have cared less that this guy was sending a compliment on the show.
How was Stu? Did he recognize you?
You're great in those sketches. Good job.
So funny. They had beds set up on the bow of the ship. There was a covered area.
What?
And you can go out there with your significant other and just have sex.
Is this a ship that they use for other regular cruises?
Oh yeah.
They wash it down or
Disney-
something?
What they did
Disney cruise.
was
Cruise line.
I don't want to sit on the same hammocks as these people.
they literally had people. They had probably a couple hundred people that work for that cruise group that came out there with disinfectant and on Swiffers. I mean, like every time you get done, they would like pull the sheet off of the bed.
So your job could be worse,
spray it
ladies and
down.
gentlemen.
I know, right?
Imagine that job description. Imagine the
wipe
application
up the
process
loads.
for being the cruise attendant that cleans up endless amounts of semen.
I know, right?
But it's the same way that they trick you into it, like Derek. They're like, "Oh, it's just a normal cruise," and then you get there,
Hey,
you're
surprise.
already there.
Look at
You're on
this.
the ship, you leave, you can't get off.
You know what I think is a really interesting thought?
Well, yeah, you can.
Wow, yeah,
It's not
a lot of opportunities for that.
There's more than enough.
Too many.
Yeah, there's got to be some, though, heart attacks and stuff, right? Like, I imagine people get coptered off.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely and
That's
everybody
hilarious.
that you think, everyone that you think Like you go on that ship and you're like, all right, they're all going to look a certain way. But the swingers, it could be Janice from Benefits at Macy's.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very bizarre seeing people that could be your grandparents walking around.
Were any of them attractive?
Yeah, there were some that were attractive. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Were they like swarmed? Could they move?
How many pineapples were there? Like, was there a lot of pineapple signs?
A lot of upside down pineapple signs.
I knew it.
That's it. That's their code.
Yep.
That's why I'm against
And they literally had displays on their doors of the couple that was in. They'd have pictures of them all over.
Dripping down their doors.
Just like
Dripping down their doors.
Like, this is what you can get inside the door.
But it was great. It was almost like a Carfax. Because you go walking by on
the history on this
on the deck, and it's like, hey, it's Bill and Nancy, and here's what we're into. Knock, and people would literally have business cards with their room number and their picture on it, and they would hang a little business card rack right there, and it was like, take one, leave one. People would have little notes. They'd write their names on the door.
Diseases going around that thing.
Crazy.
So what'd you put on your
rampant?
The on-staff doctor? It's like, you're going to have to stay in the herpes room, which is usually the dining hall.
Just triage everywhere.
Can you just imagine just the stuff that was pulled out of people's asses on that ship?
What'd you put on your door, Derek?
Nothing.
Just blank.
Nothing.
So that means everything goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything goes in Derek's.
I was unaware of that.
Did you flip to the side of the do not disturb that says no molest?
Yeah, please. Just a guy like, oh. That's disturbing, Derek. And I'm
It was crazy.
You're going back?
It was funny. It was interesting because, and I would absolutely go back and do this only because everyone was so cool. The people on the ship were the nicest people because everyone's getting laid.
Yeah.
How were they with your act? Like, were they
fantastic?
Okay, so they were a loose. Okay, that's good.
That would have been very loose.
Oh, very loose.
Yeah, but McClowry and Matt does a story about it. We did a nudist colony, and they were very, very like conservative with their comedy. Like they were almost. Yeah, Matt does a bit about it, and it's a true story because the guy's sitting there like this, and Matt goes, "Where are you from?" And the guy goes, "It's a little personal," and he's like, "Your dick's on a folding chair right now."
Privacy.
Like what, it's personal. And it's just what city you live in. You're naked with your legs open. Like this is how the guy was. With just balls and everything right on the chair.
Myself and the other comedian went walking through one of the they call them playrooms, and you can just go walking through. It's like you're walking through the 4-H barn at the county fair, which is a great description of it because it's everybody's in the middle, just doing it.
So it's a buffet.
It's a buffet.
Is there music or is it quiet?
It was quiet.
Interesting.
It was quiet. All you just heard were just muffled groans.
Screaming.
Jeez. I don't know.
Muffled groans and screams.
Do you think it doesn't sink because God just finds it too easy? It's like an earthquake in San Francisco.
And it's hurricane season.
Take him out.
Yeah, like you really have to be just like, all right, guys, I'll let you have this one. But one bolt of lightning.
Like, I can't take down 5,000 people right now. No. There's like 5,000 people.
I promise not to do it in the book, okay?
Speaking of taking down 5,000 people, Janet from Macy's, I'll see you in hell.
So you had a great time on Carnival Cruise Line.
There was no, it was not a Carnival cruise. I will not mention the cruise line, but no, it was not Carnival Cruises. The funny thing was there was we were walking through, myself and the other comic, we're walking through the playroom, and there's like every shark following that ship has gonorrhea. But there was a couple going
just
at it,
flushing condoms into the ocean.
Sea turtles dead upside down, just
with Coke straws.
Are those jellyfish? Nope. You actually would wish it was jellyfish. You would pray it was jellyfish. Like, oh no, that's horrific. This couple's going at it, a white couple, and there is a black guy sitting on the edge of the bed, just like priming himself.
Okay.
Like my house.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like at the Landau household.
Just observing.
And then all of a sudden, the dude hops off of her, and the black dude jumps on.
Oh, they tag teamed it.
And I'm like, well, he went to the bullpen for the closer.
It's like,
Which sucks because he's the one that got arrested.
And I'm like, that's got to be the progression. It's got to be white dude and then black guy.
You got to finish strong.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't. And she was a smaller girl too. I'm like, the physics on this are not going to work out. She was.
Did they have a ban on the cruise, like no cameras allowed the entire time?
People were taking.
Or were people just taking like a regular? Oh, here I am on the bow,
and stuff's just happening in the background. Just out of focus.
The playrooms in the background.
Hey, I'm on a cruise, traveling.
I was joking around with the other comic. We're walking through the playroom, and everybody's having sex. And I look at the other comic, and I go, look at this. Isn't this beautiful? No cell phones, no Instagram, no Facebook. Just humans enjoying humanity. Right there, just hearing this.
You know what?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say when you were talking about how like there was different rooms and the bow was like, that means they have to have had at least one upper level management person whose job was to come up with the correct layout and design of the swinging cruise line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they probably make more money than I've ever made in my life to be like, you know what? That's where the sawhorse goes.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the dominatrix room is.
We've got to have the right feng shui. Yes, exactly.
It's got to flow. We don't want to be weird.
No, we don't want to start too aggressive.
It has to make sense.
Feng shui.
Did they have a map? Did they have a map that had all of the rooms listed so you knew where to go?
Yeah, the people that produced the cruise had their own app. And so it had everything on there. Like you knew exactly where everything was at. They had all kinds of
penicillin.
They had literally all these little seminars and conferences. One was for squirting and ejaculation. One was for prostate massage.
Of course.
They had a conference for this? Like somebody on stage like describing
there was a counselor who was on there.
All right.
Sex doctor, sex therapist, stuff like that.
Healthy.
I got Dave on all the email lists.
Squirting.
I swear to God.
You know, it would have been really funny.
Drawing on a chalkboard. Just
that's how it happens. Right there.
It's like your joke, the penis master.
Yeah. You're just holding up roast beef sideways and spraying ranch all over everyone. You're like, see,
it's not necessary. You see it all over the place.
Do. If I could I get somebody from the crowd like he's a magician?
Up on the stage. Welcome to the stage. Come on.
Game shows are like Vagina or Arby's Big Montana.
It's a close-up.
Which one
I'm going to segue, and in no connection to the previous thing we were talking about, Miracle Made sheets. You could sleep on them. You could sleep under them. You can gift them as a gift during the holidays. They're nice and cool at night because they're infused with silver or something, I'm told. And they're pretty great. We all have them. Angela, you have some?
Yes, we do.
I have some. Dave has some. And
I wish I would have brought mine on the road, my friend. Yeah. I don't sleep well without them.
Like an old hobo.
Great. Like an old hobo. I wish I would have tied them to a stick.
Yeah.
And had a hobo sack of Miracle Made sheets.
Jimmy actually came in today with a hobo sack full of laundry.
You did?
Yeah, exactly. I was like the homeless Santa Claus. I've been on the road doing shows, and like I'm going from Alaska to Texas to Colorado, so I needed like winter and like warm clothes. So I came in looking like if a homeless person had a Santa bag full of clothes.
Well, I think that's
not really
man
Santa-ish. That's just a homeless guy.
If you would like them,
Dave's like, don't get
trymiracle.com/normal. Get yourself.
Can you get towels?
You can get towels. A whole set of them, 3 of them, and get 40% off.
I got a deal with the code.
Look at that. Use that code normal. Let them know that we sent you. Thank you, Miracle.
Yeah, trymiracle.com/normal. Thank you.
Not connected to any conversation we had earlier.
No, totally separate.
In the show.
No. I think it's good. You were good.
Yeah.
I will say this. I've done a little bit of research. I know we've heard we're on the brink of World War III.
I've heard this.
And I was talking to a couple of CIA operatives earlier today, so I don't know. I'm going to disclose it anyway. And okay, hang on. I I got somebody at the door. I'll be
Okay,
right back.
you're gonna be right back.
Who's knocking at the door at this time?
How do they know where he is?
All right. Housekeeping. Huh.
So James Gunn is headlining the new DC DC movies, the new superhero movies. He's making a Superman movie. Apparently, they're doing R-rated movies now. It's going to be included in their repertoire, so they're not afraid to get a little grody.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
So, Derek, what other movies do you think they could do in the R-rated genre?
I think I would go with Superman That Hoe.
Okay.
That wobbly you.
Yeah. I bet that was happening on that cruise ship.
Oh yeah. I'm sure of that.
Any other ones?
I'll go with let's see, probably Watchmen Shower. Watchmen Shower.
Classic.
I think starring
That's a
Tim
good one.
Walls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't play Tim Walls anymore.
Oh, we've got some surprises.
Very sad. Very sad about that.
Go with let's see, what other DC?
Scatman and Throbbing. Obviously. Jimmy?
The Gash.
Angela?
Sex Luthor.
Oh, I like that one.
See? I'm glad that they're going places that Marvel won't, you know? Disney, they just won't go there anymore.
Do you think that they'll go in the direction of good?
Who knows?
I think with the R rating, it's more
to-
likely. I like R-rated
Maybe.
superhero movies more than the others.
Sometimes it's like a distraction. Sometimes they it's R-rated Joker 2, but it's trash. You know?
That doesn't count
Yeah,
though.
Joker.
That's not a real.
A real
That's
movie?
a
It's a real
musical.
movie.
It's not a comic book movie anymore.
Well, that's true. Do you know Joker got raped in it?
So Tim Dillon was
That's
in it.
canon to the movies.
Tim Dillon was in it, and he said that he walked out of the screening of it.
Yeah.
He was literally in the movie, and he walked out because it was that bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was right after his scene too. It was like his scene, and then he got.
He said, "I'm done here."
Yeah, he's like, I'm not watching that anymore.
You got to stay for your scene.
Well, yeah, but not the scene after.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you watch it? Have you seen it?
I did not know.
It's bad.
I've heard.
Very horrible.
I've heard it's
Lady Gaga
horrific.
sings in it, and she's a singer. She can sing.
Yeah.
She has the pipes. Not in this movie.
No.
No, not
That's sad.
Yeah, very sad.
You know what
Tyson
else is-
fight. Did you watch the Tyson fight?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of the Tyson fight?
I thought the most important thing was Tyson's wardrobe before the fight. That's what I thought really
cheeks.
mattered more than anything. Yeah, that was the money shot. No, but honestly, though, my opinion is, like, I was watching it. A lot of people thought it was rigged. I thought, looking at it, like, he had the knee brace on, and I've had 3 surgeries on my left knee. When you have that, it's, like, really hard to pivot. You know, like, I think that's what was going on more than anything. And he didn't want to make it look like it was an excuse, so he just didn't, like, talk about it much. But I think his knee was really messing him up, and that's why he couldn't move, and that's why he was biting his glove so much.
Yeah.
Either that or he was just, like, biting his tongue like, man, I really want to get to that swingers cruise. I don't know which. It was one or the other. Knee injury or hoping to get on the swingers cruise. I don't know.
I'm so sad about it. Did you watch it?
I did. Actually, on the
Were
cruise
you
ship.
able to watch it? Because
On the cruise
Netflix,
ship,
it was
yes.
just...
There were literally everybody that was on the cruise ship literally had their Netflix accounts pulled up on their phones and they were watching. So I'm like leaning over this couple. Not while they were having sex and watching the Tyson Paul fight.
It's erotic.
But they were just, it was like in the piano bar. And I go, hey, do you mind if I... And here's the weird thing. Here I am asking this couple, do you mind if I watch? They're not having sex.
Were they offended? Like,
They were just, yeah, I know, right?
a little
They're like,
forward of
well,
you.
we're not banging. But yeah, sure. You want to watch? I don't care. You do what you want to do.
So
They're like, no, cool. It was literally like watching like an orderly at an old folks home go after the old man who took
They
too
took
much
us off the
pudding.
air.
dude, imagine
I'm
if
like, this is it was
sad.
so uneventful and so
The drastic difference between him training and him in the fight,
Yeah.
like the training videos, he was hitting that
Yes.
shit hard and moving fast.
Yeah.
And like the difference between those two, all of a sudden he's not able to move. He's very sluggish. Like maybe he injured himself, like you were saying, like right before.
Well, they had delayed the fight before because that was supposed to happen back in July.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
And they had delayed it because Tyson got really sick. And he had all kinds of, you can pull it up. And so, he had all kinds of, I think, fluids that he was going through.
So he was on the cruise.
So, yes, he was.
Also, imagine if you were on the swingers cruise and you just walk into the dominatrix room and it's Mike Tyson. And nothing but his cup thong. What's your next move?
Do you love me?
What's your next move?
Just Mike Tyson with a strap on, along with his own junk.
Get ready.
I also think it was super hilarious that we all collectively as a group think that Paul is so annoying that we were like, I hope this registered this convicted rapist beats this guy up so bad.
Beats the
I know, right?
He's annoying. And then Logan Paul, right after the fight,
His brother, who
was like, maybe I'll fight your brother. And then he said, I'll kill you.
But it looks so fake.
I think he said you might be next. Motherfucker, I'll kill you, Mike. Oh, please, no.
Oh, my
Please.
God.
No.
Is that a confident face? I don't know.
So, as someone who was in, those terrible training videos you see for companies where they like the safety training videos and the acting is horrifically
You mean
bad?
every video?
Yes. Fun fact, I've been in those, and as someone who's been in those, that was worse acting than in those videos. That was so staged. That was unbelievably staged.
And this guy is like, isn't he? I just found out about this guy because I'm like
Tyson? He's a boxer from
Logan Paul, because he's like some social media dude who's got like 23 million followers or something
Yeah,
like
both
that.
of them come from the internet.
Yeah.
There's
And I'm like,
those guys
what?
pop up all the time. You
Yeah.
find new people that are like, I've never seen this person before, and they have 20 million followers. I'm like, okay.
Right.
I knew about these douchebags for like forever because they were on Vine, and then Vine shut down, and then they migrated from Vine over to YouTube and screwed up the entire ecosystem over there. So they've been causing trouble.
So,
I mean, they're legit good fighter. Like at least Logan is, because he's been training for 4 years or so. And Logan is the older brother, the one that was like, "I'll kill you, motherfucker." But like, I'm sure he's a good fighter. I don't think he's like boxer level fighter. Like that's why he's never fought an actual boxer that's competing right now. He's fought retired boxers and MMA fighters that are trying to be boxers, and it just hasn't worked out. But like, I wouldn't. I mean, he could kick my ass.
So his next fight is going to be against Joe Biden for Burisma shares.
See that? I watched that.
For the next aid package, the last one.
The last one.
Winner take all.
The one final check being
That'll be like the headline, the last embezzlement.
so funny. Well, Tyson picks up $20 million for the fight.
Yeah.
He got like an extra $5 million if it went past 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Right.
So there was, rumors that, it was sandbagging that, that so he could go that extra go the 4 rounds at least and then make that extra payday.
Yeah.
But now he can make an extra $250,000 because of his ass. Gets a peachy offer from a porn site. Show off your ass again for $250,000. All he has to do is show it online for 1 hour. Just long enough.
There?
Long enough for Jack from Titanic to do a painting of it.
Do you know what I think is amazing about that? Like, people are like, oh, $250,000 for an hour. Sure.
Yeah.
But imagine standing still with your ass cheeks hanging out with like a bunch of cameras for 1 hour. What do you think he would do in the meantime? Like, what do you think Tyson's doing on the other end? So the cameras are on his ass. What is Tyson doing from the front?
Getting high.
He's just smoking weed the whole time?
He gets high as you can even imagine. He does. He gets he was doing his show in Vegas, his one-man show at the MGM Grand.
Have you seen it?
I saw it, yeah.
Okay.
And he had an earpiece in. And so he would come out on stage because he had the book that came out, and then he did the Broadway show.
Okay.
Which was, I can't remember what the name of it was called. What was Tyson's one-man show.
I'll find it.
But he was doing it at the MGM Grand at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club.
Undisputed Truth?
Undisputed Truth, yes. And so he was doing that show in the Comedy Club at like 10:30 at night. And so he had an earpiece in. And his wife was in the green room reading the script to him.
Oh, my God.
Because he was so
blasted.
Yeah, so blasted out of his mind. And what would happen was he would go into my buddy who was one of the managers at the club. He goes, "Do you want to come and see the show?" I go, "Yeah, absolutely." He goes, "Watch when he goes off script." And I go, "How will I know he goes off script?" He goes, "You'll know."
You could tell.
So it sounds like he's he's doing this recital. And he's like, so we would hang out on the rooftop of the apartment buildings and we was raising pigeons. And then all of a sudden he goes, but man, we get some bitches up there. We smash some pussy. and I guess in the green room, his wife is going, Mike, back on script in 3, 2, 1. And she'd start reading the next. And then he would jump back. And so then I would go back to training. And he would just go off on his, do the script that his wife was reading to him in his earpiece.
So what you're saying is she also works as Biden's teleprompter writer?
Yes.
She sounds like
Kamala's.
She was a champ.
Kamala, yeah, right.
Kamala's, exactly.
Earring.
Yeah.
Unironically, that sounds fascinating. I want to watch this show.
It was funny.
He was going to come back and do it again?
I don't know if he's going to do it. He was doing it, like I said, do it in Vegas. He lived out there. Or I think he still has a house out there. But he was there, and some guy in the crowd was in the back watching with a couple other comics, and some guy in the back goes, "We love you, Mike." And Mike just looks at the crowd. He goes, "Shut the fuck up." And my buddy goes, "Wow, he knows how to handle a crowd." I go, do you see the guy chirping again?
Shut him up.
Yeah.
Tyson tells you to shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up.
Yep.
You don't want Tyson to love you too much.
No.
Some of his quotes, bro.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I can't even say them on YouTube. They're so bad.
Can't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll fuck you so hard.
Hey, family show.
That's
a family show.
Hey, Fox and Odin, they support our show. You guys, if you've tried it, you know it. It's great. Derek, you've tried it.
They are amazing.
Good whiskey.
That is a fantastic whiskey.
Good stuff. It's a good company, too. They support our show, and it's nice when you support them. If you like it for like a gift, like I was saying, you could do like a little bed sheets and a whiskey gift combo for Christmas. Hey, look at that. FoxandOdin.com. Use promo code America, and you can get how much off? I didn't look up the number. It's some 15, 10, 20.
There we go. Wait a minute.
It's free shipping.
Free shipping. I should have known. It's even better, actually. It's even better.
It is better than that.
So you can scan that promo code right there. Get online, support the channel, and support your taste buds. Fox and Odin.
They are fantastic.
FoxandOden.com. Use promo code normal. Actually, America.
Yeah, America.
So sorry.
America. When you want to go ahead and get ratings for your show, you go ahead and you visit Donald Trump. Yeah, you do. Morning Joe. Do you see this?
How's he coping?
Morning Joe Scarborough, hands down, one of television's biggest vaginal characters.
With his wife on the show, right?
Is that his wife?
I think so, right? Aren't they? They're a duo.
Well, it's
Morning Joe.
It's him and
Mika.
Yeah.
They've been together forever, but I don't think they're married.
They're not married?
I don't think so. I could be wrong.
They were on the swingers cruise. I was told not to say anything. But now that we're doing the story,
And no one wanted to touch him?
no, nobody did. That was a very
two of them alone.
That was a very Republican cruise. They would not touch him. They would tie him in the fetish room and just leave him there and just beat the shit out of him the entire time.
What do you think Joe Scarborough's safety word would be?
Trump.
No,
it couldn't be.
No, that makes him hard. What would
Joe Scarborough's safe word be?
Orange Man bad.
Orange Man bad.
Yeah, there you go. That would work.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, he decides to go down and
save Ukraine. What's that? Save Ukraine.
Get off me right now. Say
no. It's got to be something. It's got to be something that he wouldn't say normal.
Yeah, because he says it a lot.
Yeah, you gotta go off script a little.
The truth.
Yeah, he states facts.
Yes, any fact.
Exactly. 2020 was rigged. That's it. But no, they go down to Mar-a-Lago to talk with the Donald. They had a nice conversation with him, apparently. According to Joe Scarborough, what did he say? He said that it was a... you got to make sure.
Well, this is literally Hitler he's meeting.
Funny. Yes,
he's called him
Hitler.
this for like 7-8 years.
Face-to-face interviews.
Face-to-face interview with Hitler. And
Joe Scarborough with ratings worse than any show on the CW.
We actually have a video if we just want to watch them talk about it.
Yeah,
we can chit-chat over the top of it because I think it's about 2 minutes.
Here we go.
Last Thursday, we expressed our own concerns on this broadcast and even said we would appreciate the opportunity to speak with the president-elect himself. On Friday, we were given the opportunity to do just that. Joe and I went to Mar-a-Lago to meet personally with President-elect Trump. It was the first time we have seen him in 7 years.
Now, we talked about a lot of
Like they're old
issues, including
lovers.
abortion, mass deportation, threats of political retribution against political opponents, and media outlets. We talked about that a good bit. And it's going to come as no surprise to anybody who watches this show, has watched it over the past year or over the past decade, that we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of issues.
You didn't see eye to
and
eye.
we told him so.
What we did agree on was to restart communications. My father often spoke with world leaders with whom he and the United States profoundly disagreed.
Oh, God.
That's a task shared by reporters
Is this
and
like-
commentators alike.
How tough
We
This
had not
asshole that talks shit about you all
spoken
the
to
time, but then when you get an
President
Xbox,
Trump
they're like, "Hey,
since
can I
March
come
of
over?
2020.
I'd like to play."
Just like that.
I'd like to play some
Joe
Xbox
made to
too,
Trump
guys.
on the morning after the attempt on his life in Butler, Pennsylvania. In this meeting, President Trump was cheerful. He was upbeat. He seemed interested in finding common ground with Democrats on some of the most divisive issues.
He's a
And
real
for
person?
those
Oh, my God.
asking why we would go speak to the president-elect during
Because
such
our ratings
fraught times,
suck.
especially between us, I guess I would ask back, why wouldn't we? 5 years of political warfare has deeply divided Washington and the country. We have been as clear as we know how in expressing our deep concerns about President Trump's actions and words in the coarsening of public debate. But
This is like a
for
long
nearly
trigger warning at a
80
college.
million
Yeah, dude.
Americans,
Yeah.
Spoke to Trump.
election denialism, public trials.
I just want to prime you. I want you to know we're going to talk to Hitler. Literally Hitler. We're about to talk to him.
To send Donald Trump back to the White House with their vote. Joe and I realize it's time to do something different. And that starts with not only talking about Donald Trump, but also talking with him.
I hope
a revelation.
I hope Trump weaponizes every special forces group known to man, and they just take these two douchebags out. I mean, they're just
Metaphorically,
A
of
nice lunch and have a conversation.
yes,
Yes.
exactly. Yes,
Conversation.
yes. To go out
Yeah.
to some place
Yeah.
enjoyable. This is again. This is clearly a ratings grab. I mean,
Absolutely.
come on.
I know that when I think of people who are willing to bridge the gap and be civil and have good, honest dialogue, I always think of MSNBC.
Yes.
Always.
It's obvious.
Every time.
Your go-to.
Every single host.
100%.
Very
go-to.
level-headed.
When I want factual, logical information that's unbiased, I always turn to MSNBC.
Bastion of the truth.
Of course.
Absolutely.
I love how they said it kills me. I will tell you, a lot of Democratic leaders we have talked to this past week since the election have told Micah and me it's time for a new approach, which is the type of clarity one gets after being punched in the face and realizing just how much of a dick you were being.
Yeah. I like how they do that after the fact, after we've won everything, and they're like, guys, we'd still
Could
like,
you
we'd
see, you
still
could
like
just
to go to
see
the
how
parties.
painful
Anybody?
that was watching her read that teleprompter.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It was rough.
They were doing that
and
like
Joe just sitting there just like a cuck in the corner of the room watching his wife get railed on a swingers cruise. It all goes back to that.
by Mike Tyson.
It is, yeah.
Yes. Wearing a Trump mask.
Yeah. Yeah. That had the same energy as like Bill Clinton's apology.
Yes.
You know, it was the same energy of like, we feel ashamed of ourselves. We feel dirty. We showered after we went to Mar-a-Lago. It was awful. We got out of there as fast as we could. We wore our COVID masks, 2 of them, just to be extra safe. That was unbelievable.
We're going there for you, the crazy, crazy leftist, insane audience that we've drummed up over the last 8 years. We are going there for you.
Also, the other thing that I've learned in my life, in my 35 years, I've learned this. I know that I always want to meet someone who I genuinely believe is Adolf Hitler. Because that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've called someone Adolf Hitler for 8 years. You know what I should probably do? Go talk to them.
Go say hi.
Yeah.
It's a lose-lose for them because they've done, like I said, like they've done nothing but make people crazier. And the sane people that would watch this channel have left.
Yep.
Because
There are no sane people that watch that channel.
Well, imagine 20 years ago, when we thought the news was telling us the truth.
Right.
I'm sure there were some people, and then over the last 8 years, they went, "What the fuck? These people are crazy." So they leave, and now it's only the most like zealot, crazy people.
Yeah.
And if you go talk to literally Hitler, they're going to hate you. So like it's a lose-lose for them.
Well, then you have your audience, like you said, that they've cultivated.
Yeah.
Who, if you're going to watch Morning Joe, you obviously hate Trump.
Yeah.
And why would you support them going and having a conversation with him? What were they going to do? Were they going to corner him at Mar-a-Lago and ask him some real, tough, pointed questions that were going to fuel their narrative?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I would assume it's definitely got to be a marketing thing, because like
huge marketing.
Yeah, because they knew, like, even though they hated him, they talked about him endlessly, right? So it's like, what'll happen if we actually go there and actually meet with Trump? What would our ratings do?
Yeah.
And then they could probably be like, we can make it clickbaity, we can change it to where like we get him in gotcha moments. That's probably the logic.
Well, let's say, take it and chop it up and make.
But they were
Instagram
describing
clips
it. They were describing it like it was a positive experience.
Yeah, which is interesting.
So if that was the goal,
I wonder
that, but
if they're going to switch up their tactic this next 4 years, if they're going to go easier on him.
I think that people are finally starting to see the insanity, and even the people that were really like involved in it, where it's just like, aren't we all kind of tired of this?
Yeah.
I hope that that's the case.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And
it's a great thing. Like, it is good for MSNBC to go talk to Trump, because then they're talking to a human and they realize, oh, he's not this boogeyman, crazy Hitler man that we all imagined, because we didn't talk to him for 7 years, even though he was the president. It's good for them to go do this. But like you're saying, it's for marketing. It's because they have to, because they don't have any viewers and they need to try to drum up some kind of something for them to stay afloat. They're firing like almost all of their hosts on CNN. So I'm sure they're getting the same gun to their head. Like, you got to do something, Joe.
Yeah. But it's also a really good sign, though. I think when Trump not only won the election in every single swing state, the fact that he won the popular vote, I think personally that's like a really big indicator and a wake up call to all the woke people at Disney, CNN, MSNBC. Like, people aren't buying this narrative anymore.
Yeah.
Even if we disagree with them, we have to just get rid of the, racist, xenophobic Nazi, because it's not working. So I think it's forcing them to make a pendulum shift, which is a really good thing. Back to sanity, hopefully.
If they do that.
If they do.
I mean, ideally that makes complete sense. But I mean, or they end up just thinking that, our people didn't come out and support the way we hope they would.
15 million of them disappeared.
Yeah. Just vanished.
Weird.
Yeah.
Where did that happen?
Yeah.
I cover a lot of pop culture stuff and the other shows that I do, like Friday Night Tights and whatnot. And we saw this shift months ago, like a year ago almost, in the Hollywood side. Sure, Hollywood's still trash. There's still dumb actors saying dumb things. But if you're watching it close enough, you're seeing these institutions start removing DEI departments and start changing the way that they're speaking to the audience and changing the movies that they're greenlighting. They still have a lot of stuff in the backlog. It takes a long time to make movies, so they're still going to have like 2-year-old like content from prior times until this happened. But there was an energy shift. You could feel the pendulum swing back, because for a long time it was just like the pendulum just keeps going left and crazier and crazier and crazier.
Yep.
And the audiences, the normal people, went, no, like, I'm not going to show up. The last 15 Marvel movies were bad on top of being woke. And then it became like a mainstream thing to say, oh, this is woke, this is bad, this is trying to force down this narrative. And normal people that don't have every second of their day following this stuff went, I'm not going to show up. So they stopped showing up. We felt that in Hollywood. Pop culture is upstream from politics, so now we're seeing it in MSNBC, CNN. They're wiping all of the hosts out. They're changing their tactics, because those tactics don't make them money, and if they don't make money, they can't exist.
You know what I think, honestly? I think that Elon is so important for so many reasons. Obviously, for buying Twitter and making it X and everything like that. But he's a perfect example of what happens. The pendulum is the perfect analogy. Because the further it goes one way, it has to go the other. And the left pushed so hard and so aggressively to the left, it took someone who was a lifelong liberal. And if you look at Elon, he's liberal on almost any issue. Yeah. And he swung so hard towards Trump, not because he's this diehard conservative, but because he saw how bad and how crazy the woke left is. Yeah. And that's the reality. It's like more and more, they went so far that more and more centrists and even classical liberals went the other direction. And I think we're moving in the right direction for sure.
Well, you know what? If MSNBC were an airline, you know what airline it would be?
What airline?
Spirit. Spirit Airlines files for bankruptcy. They filed for bankruptcy.
Oh, and under. Why could that be? Have you ever
know, right?
They were not bankrupt at one point.
Before
By the way,
that was a thing.
Before you read this, we just
thing.
have to talk about in Dallas Love Field, just like over the weekend, a Spirit flight, stray bullets hit a Spirit plane.
Excuse me?
In
that was
Dallas
in
Love Field.
that was
over Oak Cliff
in Haiti.
Well, that happened there too, but actually just over the weekend here, it was just random gunfire. They had to deboard the plane, and it was the only thing that was affected was the plane. They had to.
Was the plane on the ground?
Yeah, they was about to take off.
And it just somebody.
Yeah, it was like somebody just shooting in the area clipped the plane.
Bro,
Was it the first Trump assassin?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's Jimmy.
Yes. Hey, were you anywhere near Love Field the other day when the plane was shot at? This is so. Here's something more important. We got a video on this, don't we?
Oh, you know we do.
2 Spirit workers arguing about an STD rumor.
Go suck another dirty dick. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. Do not play with me because I'm not the one or the two. You're not the one or the two.
I'm the wrong one.
Let's go. You ain't got shit. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Why you keep speaking on me for nothing?
Like I said, keep my fucking name out your mouth, bitch.
Keep my name out your mouth, and mine is always in yours for some reason.
No,
I'm trying to go to Atlanta.
I just need to get on the plane.
Fuck out of here before I slap
I'm late. I'm late for this.
Great. Shit, try me.
You think you're fucking up?
I have an extra checked bag, ma'am.
I be done drop kicked your ass.
All right, so here's the greatest.
Fuck out of here, you dirty bitch. Yes, you are.
Doggy bitch.
Dirty.
Dirty bitty bitch.
All right. Fucking bitch.
Here's the
Fuck outta
thing.
here.
There is a customer at the gate right now just trying to get their bags checked.
All right, guys, here's how we're going to save Spirit Airlines from bankruptcy. Here's the plan. We're just going to start filming everything and turn it into a reality TV series.
I would
Who
watch
is
that.
not watching that?
I would watch that.
Who is not watching this as a
Get
30-minute
them
show?
drunk
All
and put them
day.
Let's go. Even at work. Drunk at work. Let's go.
We lean into this meeting.
Get him drunk. You don't even need him drunk. These are
like soul
completely
playing.
sober. Look at, she goes right back to her keyboard like it was no big deal.
Doing her business. She's trying to get that dirty hoe out her face so she can do her business.
Bitch, you tried me 2 times. I want you to do it a 3rd.
Ooh, do it a 3rd.
Do it.
See, we're already into the show, dude.
Yeah.
We got this.
There's
Do it a
storylines, there's character arcs, there's
Yep.
like, yeah.
This is
so,
everything we
so
need.
Spirit did file for bankruptcy, even with their fine selection of workers that they bring through
She was getting her shit done.
through the system. Before it made news, Spirit allegedly sent this note to their frequent flyers. Got this here?
Yeah, you can read it. It's right there on your paper.
Okay,
It's
here
on
we
your
go.
paper.
Okay, I'm ready to let you know about a proactive step Spirit has taken to position the company for success.
Okay.
I just love reading that sentence. Yeah. That's just so fiction. All right. Spirit has entered into an agreement with our bondholders that is expected to reduce our total debt. Part of this financial restructuring includes filing a quote-unquote prearranged Chapter 11. It goes on to say, I'm sure as a Spirit customer, bankruptcy is nothing new to you. We are a garbage airline for trash people. We made our money overcharging for luggage, and you just took it. You just took it like a bitch in the fetish room on a swingers cruise. We believe it's because you can't comprehend math beyond a preschool level. We look forward to you being forced to use us in the future because you are hog slop. Go suck another dirty dick. Sincerely, CEO and HNIC. Ted Christie.
You know why I know that was not real? Because the CEO of Spirit Airlines would have never been that nice.
Certainly not that proficient.
No. Yeah. Way more grammatical errors. A lot more profanity.
Yeah.
You know why I
Facial slurs.
You know why I think that is Spirit? Because that's exactly what I think they would say.
I love that
because I know that the lady working behind the counter ran that. Who was you ain't getting no bitch ass. Try me a third time. She proofread that thing.
And the community manager.
She's the PR head of Spirit
She's the
Airlines.
PR head of Spirit, exactly. Hang on, is this okay to get out to the media? Yes.
I'm saying lean into it.
Send.
Jimmy, lean into it.
Send.
This is what the world needs.
Yeah.
Everyone's depressed, everyone's upset, and the left and the right are incredibly divided. How do we bring the world together, ladies and gentlemen? The Spirit Airlines reality TV series.
It's like Jury Duty. Did you ever watch that show, Jury Duty?
So good.
No.
It's a reality show where that one guy
Is it really?
is a real person. He thinks it's all happening for real, but everyone's an actor.
And they're
Spirit Airlines.
sequestered during
Holy
jury
crap.
duty because that's the they're
That's
not
how you
allowed to
do
have
it
their
season
phones
2
and stuff.
on an
Yeah.
airplane.
That's yeah.
Guys, get on that.
Wow.
Get on that.
Yeah, check it out. Also, check out Bone Heifer.
Bone Heifer. It's a story about somebody in World War II in the Nazi Germany and not, going with the flow. Bone Heifer.
Pastor, spy, assassin.
Ooh.
And it's coming out November 22nd. And you can get tickets at angel.com/normal.
And I hear if you're a neo-Nazi, you can get them for free.
Yeah, you just have to go to angel.com/free and they'll give you free tickets if you hate Jews.
Ain't that wild?
Wow.
It's not a joke. It's real.
Not a joke.
You could put your name on the list.
You're serious.
Seriously.
Very, very serious.
You just have to just say that you hate
You have
Jews
to-
and you can go see it for free.
put down in writing that you do not like the Juden.
That is an actual thing that this movie is doing.
Okay.
Yes.
So now that
I did not see that coming.
Right?
All I saw was an ad read, and you two start spewing this. I'm like,
What?
I'm not even a paid employee. I'm like, I will be now.
You
once
should
you two,
be. Yeah,
once
you should
two,
be at this point.
Once you two spew this, hang on. If you type in "I hate Jews," you can see what.
That's a real thing.
That's what they said.
Test it out.
Damn.
And that brings us to
Into
into the world.
yeah.
Ow! And before we leave, Jimmy, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and on TikTok. GYMYIV. 6 letters.
Go do
You
it.
made it the hardest name at all, like possible to find.
I know.
Every time I
Very
look for you, I'm
difficult.
like,
Yeah, it's
I need it.
I know, it's the worst. But I have dyslexia and ADHD. I can't spell, so that's my excuse, and I'm
That's
leaning in
good.
on that. I also work for Spirit Airlines, so you can find me there.
At least you have a backup job when it's going away. Derek, where can people find you?
Find me at DerekRichards.com. You can also see me at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, coming up November 25 through December 1. And then I will also be in Winter Haven, Florida, right up the road from you.
Yeah, not
sir.
too far, man.
Winter Haven, Florida, December 20th and 21st at Laugh Out Lounge. Great little room over there. Find me at DerekRichards.com. And you can also find Dave, I think. I don't know what that was.
Hopefully.
I don't know if that was a maid cart that tipped
It was-
over, or
I think it was the
or-
agent he was talking about.
or the agent, the gunshot thing. But
An agent like a...
if Dave is alive,
agent?
you can see Dave November 21st. Mic Drop Comedy in Plano, Texas, right up the road from us here. And then, of course, November 29th and 30th. Stand Up for Vets in Alpharetta, Georgia, December 5, 6, and 7 at Visani's in Port Charlotte, Florida. And also, I forgot this one, November 23rd, which is Saturday. He's going to be at the Premier Center in Clinton Township, Michigan. That is a very, very cool venue. DaveLandau.com for all the dates. And
right.
you?
Oh,
And
me.
you?
Nega Garrett on YouTube. That's Nega Garrett on YouTube. And I'm dropping video pretty soon. Angela?
Dropping a big one, huh?
Yeah.
Angela Does Horror on YouTube and Normal Angela on Instagram. And I'm dropping a big one too. Let's battle.
Ooh, you should
Let's
go
see who's
subscribe.
his biggest.
I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year. I've got 2 months. I'm at 5. I think we can do it,
We
guys.
can do it.
To make this happen.
We can do it. Okay.
I'm trying to get to 1.
One
We all
follower.
start somewhere.
1,000? 1,000 or just one?
Just one.
One.
Mom's not even subscribing to you?
No.
You have lower ratings than Morning Joe.
No, it's still
That
better.
is okay.
It's still better.
Look, Spirit Airlines.
End of the world.
Yeah, end of the world.
Yes.
Spirit Airlines has gotten a bad rap. Just to show we care, here, what are some things less trashy than flying on Spirit? Derek.
Giving your baby a bottle of Mountain Dew.
Oh, Less trashy.
Leaving most of your weave in the street after a fight. I've done that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to say Hunter Biden's laptop.
That's
That's pretty trashy.
Yeah, it's pretty trashy. Rinsing out a condom so you could reuse it.
Oh.
Yeah. Derek?
There's got to be more.
There's got to be more.
There's tons. Wearing hot pants to your dad's funeral.
That's trashy.
It's pretty trashy.
Angela?
Breastfeeding with a baby in one hand and a cigarette in the other. Also done that.
Okay.
I'm going to say Mitch McConnell's underwear post-stroke.
I'm just going to end on that. I'll see you tomorrow. Derek's coming back. Are you coming back?
I'm coming back.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.